I wrote a poem about a river coming back and knocking on my door and all that. So this is this river, and it's a love poem to the river, to my uncle and to the little boy I was. It's called Singing the River. Walking with my uncle was never the ordinary process of perambulation in order to get from point A to point C. We would sing our way west into the field as if to tame it, soothe it with sound. I'm carried down, the heat is brown. We'd sing to it. The clouds are dark ordinarily, the grass listening with its 1,000 ears, and the field would swoon and fall down to the river at its border, which, as it happened, was the real-life river of the song, to kiss the slumbering on a bee, as if we had sung it into existence, and we would roll ourselves down over and over until we arrived at its dizzy waters, dangling our toes in pure song. And now, with a quick uncle wink, let's walk home backwards. And backwards home we'd go just for the laugh of it, the yes of it. Confusing cows and a few scattered clouds, trees and hedges tiptoeing away from us. The 5-bar gate with the sweetest, wildest strawberries at its feet, proclaiming, is it Magyar or what? And the next day, we'd go walking with eyes closed in a darkness of our own making to sing its song to the river chuckling over stones to itself. And the next day would be backwards with eyes closed, led along by our own laughter and the odd mystified moo. Farewell, we tell the sleepy river, farewell, leaving it dreaming in sunset. Shh, shush their footsteps, shushes walking backwards. When Dónall swore, Ior, we'd part no more. A storm a cree, shh, 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 shh. I love that river. In the window. She smiles at one and all, but mostly to herself. I love to watch the large TV set, she announces to no one. She points to the window. It only shows bird programs. Outside, the birds flock around the feeder. The new nurse smiles, has to stifle her laughter. But sometimes strange humans come and knock and scare my birds away. New nurse turns the sheets down. Oh, I complain, but it doesn't do no good. Oh dear, Miss New Nurse explains yet again. That's your family, see? Waving at you and holding up signs. The clock ticks a very audible tock. Look, see, I love you, Gran. Oh, and isn't that nice from the little one? She lets her tea go cold, takes her glasses off. I've never seen them before. And why the masks? Now, Natalie, I have told you about COVID before. She whimpers, oh, nurse, make them go away, please. It brings on my asthma. And put back on the bird channel. Very good. School teacher, I got the kids to write out the names, and then I said, now write them out backwards. And they all loved this, and they became the characters, the strange alien names. And when I used to call the roll, they insisted on using their backwards names, so it's about that. This is called Dónall Dempsey indeed. Ha! Leonard Yesmid. He squinted at my driver's license. It's pronounced Clanad, I said with extreme exasperation. All right, keep your antennas on. Jeez. Yep. He handed me back my ID ID, tipped his hat, wiped his nose across his sleeve. Oh, I'm reading it out of line. Sorry. You're not from these here parts, are you, fella? He drawled dryly, squinting closer, firstly at me, then back again to my ID. I'm of Welsh-Turkish extraction, but I was born on Venus, I explained as if to a little kid. Ha ha, he snorted, a tiny trickle of snot yo-yoing up and down his left nostril. Ha ha, if you were to spell your name backwards, it would spell Dónall Dempsey. I was not amused. You know, that crazy, hairy Irish earthling poet? I'm not him, I fumed. All right, keep your antennas on. Jeez. He handed me back my ID, tipped his hat, wiped his nose across his sleeve. Welcome to Mars. You drive carefully now. I stepped on the rocket boosters, left them eating my stardust. Bloody customs, I yelled to myself. Ha! Dónall Dempsey indeed.